Hey, this is Nikki G and welcome to Better Commander. Finally, a demon commander I can sink my teeth into. For my entire life, I always knew when I closed my eyes and went to Dreamland that I was a demon. I like the Warhammer 40k crossover despite my reservations about universes beyond. I used to paint the little guys and there's a ton of crossover between the fandoms. But hey, listen, check out my other videos. I do budget decks, I do ruminations, I do perambulations. Like, subscribe, send me a dang psychic grenade, I don't care, it all helps. Alright, these guys are getting a little cute with the apostrophes, but this is Be'lakor, the Dark Master. 3 blue, black, and a red for a legendary creature, Demon Noble. It's a 6/5 with flying. It has Prince of Chaos. When Be'lakor, the Dark Noble Master, enters the battlefield, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of demons you control. It also has Lord of Torment. Whenever another demon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Wow, dude, what a monster. But it costs 6 mana, so we're going to need to think of a strategy that works independently of our commander. And once he comes down, we want it to be game over. Note that he doesn't say non-token, and he says enter the battlefield, so we can blink, recur, and clone our demons. Reanimator is really good, especially with large, nasty demons. We have cards like Entomb, Buried Alive, and Unmarked Grave to kind of surgically place a creature into our graveyard. And guess what, dude? It's going to be Vilus. It's always Vilus. Vilus is the best demon. He draws cards. It doesn't work with Unmarked Grave, but with the rest of them it works great. And then we dig that big fatty out of the graveyard with Exhume, Reanimate, Animate Dead, all of our best Reanimator spells. So what demons are we including? All of them, you silly goose. And there are a million to choose from. We have sweet sacrifice outlets like Krav the Unredeemed and Lord of the Forsaken out of the most recent Innistrad set. And you have sweet tutor demons like Burning Rune Demon and Runescarred Demon. Runescarred Demon got a little expensive. Burning Rune Demon is kind of getting up there. Very underrated card and fantastic in a deck like this. Then you have enter the battlefield monsters like Lord Xander the Collector and Overseer of the Damned. Lord Xander also has an attack trigger and he also has a dies trigger. If you want to capitalize on stuff like this, you can include some blink effects like Displace and Blur. Alright, some of you might disagree with me on this, but I really like Varragoth, Bloodsky Sire. It's 2 and a black for a legendary creature, Demon Rogue with Death Touch. It's a 2/3, has Boast, 1 and a black. Target player searches their library for a card, then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. It's kind of like a little demonic tutor. It's definitely not as good, but it's going to be great in a demon deck. We also have Lord of the Void, so this guy has flying. It's a 7/7. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 7 cards of that player's library and then put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield under your control. Fantastic. So as you may have noticed, demons are extraordinarily expensive to cast, but we can cut those costs with Heartless Summoning and Urza's Incubator. Heartless Summoning about $5 last time I checked. Urza's Incubator is way up there, around $25-30. So you're going to be casting, you're recurring, you're cloning these giant demons, and if you're going to have a couple out at a time, why not put in a card like Rabbit Battery? Equipped creature gets +1/+1, it has haste, it has reconfigure 1, so you add a little red tax on every creature you cast. Same thing with Mark of Fury, it's just an enchantment that gives the creature haste and then you return it to your owner's hand. So that second ability is really our win condition with Be'lakor. Get out a couple demons, get out Be'lakor, then cast Kindred Charge. Be'lakor's second ETB doesn't care if the creature entering is a token or what, so we can pump massive damage with cards that make massive amounts of tokens. You probably want cards like Molten Echoes, choosing Demon. This is also an enters the battlefield trigger, so it doesn't care if the demon enters from your hand, the graveyard, if it's a clone, if it's blinked. Flame Shadow Conjuring is another similar effect. So our commander has his win condition stapled right on, so you definitely want to make copies if possible. There are a bunch of cards that do this. Spark Double, Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. These are going to enter the battlefield and trigger our commander, and then when another demon enters the battlefield, it'll trigger both for maximum damage, brother. So this doesn't work with Molten Echoes, because that requires non-tokens entering the battlefield, but that doesn't mean we can't pack in Irenicus Vile Duplication for a sweet, non-legendary demon copy of our commander. And we added in some reanimation strategies, but oh man, we got board wiped, oh no, now we're sad. Well, Haunting Voyage, Patriarch's Bidding, can bring out as many demons as we have in the yard, and if that doesn't sling around enough damage to win the game at that point, then I'm a monkey's uncle. And a kicked Rite of Replication will definitely end the game if we copy a Demon of Death's Gate or some other big giant demon fatty, brother. So those are my initial thoughts on Be'lakor. What do you guys think? I'm pretty psyched to build this thing. I gotta say, this is one of the Grixis commanders I'm definitely building. I've wanted a Demon Tribal commander forever. I used to paint Warhammer 40k figures. The little guys. There's a ton of crossover in the fandoms, and I'm happy to see this Demon Tribal super monster. Stay safe out there, folks. This is Nikki G from Better Commander, signing off.